Hey guys, this is Normal here for Technique, and today we're going to review the camera on the Gionee Pioneer P6. The Pioneer P6, which we unboxed recently and also did the gaming performance review, is a new budget smartphone from Gionee, and this has a 5 megapixel rear camera. You can see here this is the 5 megapixel rear camera with a flash, and the surprising aspect of this device is that it also has a front facing 2 megapixel camera with a flash. So that's the camera aspect. So this is just 5 megapixel camera. So considering the pricing of this smartphone, the 5 megapixel camera is pretty low resolution. So most of the smartphones in this price category have 8 megapixel camera. We even have Eureka and Redmi Note with 13 megapixel rear cameras. So that was the camera specs. Now let's go to the camera interface. So this is the interface of the Gionee Pioneer P6. So before, when we unboxed the device, we said the camera interface was almost similar to what we have on other MediaTek devices. So but now with an update which was rolled out a couple of days back, the camera interface has been completely changed. Now we have the interface very similar to what we have on the Eli P7 and also the S5.5. So we can see here this has some controls on the left side, the camera, the video button, and also the option to view the gallery. So here we have an additional option to open the CharmScam app from Gionee. So that's the option. And on the top you have the settings. You have the option to switch to front facing camera, and then you have the option to enable or disable flash. So if you can click here to open the settings, or you can just swipe down and open the settings. So we have quite a lot of options here. So HDR is there, auto scene, sound, geotagging. Then you have the capture mode. You can see normal, V sign shot, touch shot, smile shot. So there are a couple of interesting options. Then self timer is included. Then picture size can be 5 megapixel or 3 megapixel full screen. Then you can also select volume keys to shoot. So you can zoom in or you can use it to shoot. Then you have anti-banding. So these are some of the options. So on the top you have the switch to panorama mode, so you can select there. So the camera has almost all features you require on a basic camera. It has HDR, panorama, and then you can select the options as well. So that's the interface. Now let's go straight into the camera samples. First up, we'll see the daylight shots. So as you can see from the daylight shots, you can see the colors come pretty decent. You can see the colors look more or less natural colors. So that's pretty good thing, because most of the 5 megapixel shooters don't have or don't exhibit real colors. So the colors look pretty decent on this device. But the biggest issue with this camera is the sharpness level of photos. They're not really sharp, and they look blurry and hazy. You can see that whenever the area where the focus appears, that's the only area where the images have pretty decent clarity. Rest all look like hazy photos, and they lack clarity and sharpness. But as I said before, there is pretty decent amount of colors, and it looks pretty natural as well. So that's the only good thing about this camera, because it's just a 5 megapixel shooter, and it's not able to do a lot of work in this category, because a lot of other devices have the 8 megapixel and 13 megapixel shooters, and the 5 megapixel suffers from low sharpness, and even the clarity doesn't look that great. So that was the daylight shots. Now if you see the low light imaging capabilities, again there is noise in the photos. The camera works well only if there is sufficient lighting. If there is sufficient artificial lighting, the camera performs pretty decent, but again it's noisy. But overall clarity isn't that good, because again it's a 5 megapixel shooter. And you also have flash, so in case the lighting conditions are not that great, you can use the flash. But again the noise levels are in low even with the flash as well. So overall this camera is pretty average camera. You can't really say this is a preferable camera in this price point, because a lot of devices have better cameras in this category. Now the interesting aspect is that it has a front facing camera with flash. So we'll just switch on the front facing mode. So this is the front facing camera. So you can see the front facing camera here. It has the option to flash. So you can see I have turned on the flash on the front facing camera. So if you want to take selfies, this is pretty decent option. And again the clarity looks pretty average. Again the 2 megapixel camera isn't that good with the clarity. So overall it's pretty average camera, nothing really great about this camera, but it does have almost a good set of features. and again average quality shots. Now it does record videos in 1080p. So if you're looking for video recording, here's the sample, and again the clarity doesn't look that great. The noise levels and also the sharpness levels are not that good. Again the colors have come pretty decent and not really that great. So overall it's taking the photos and videos into consideration, this is just a pretty average camera. And if you're looking for a phone in this price point with pretty decent camera performance, we wouldn't suggest this device. You can definitely have a look at other devices like the Lenovo A6000. We have the Redmi 1S or the Micromax, even the Unite 2 has a better camera. Then we have if you expand the budget, you have the Eureka and the Redmi Note. So these are some of the best options. You also have the Huawei Honor Holy, so that's again a price 6,999. So a lot of other options in this category. So that was the camera review of the Gionee Pioneer P6, a budget phone from Gionee. So hope you like this video. If you have any questions regarding this camera, just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. If you like this video, do hit the like button and also subscribe to your YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.